Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Motivation. I pray that you all are doing well. I pray that you all are having a blessed week. Thank you so much for joining us for a few moments today. We just want to briefly talk about life lessons. And as I was thinking about this morning, what I wanted to talk about, I've thought about all the things that I have done throughout my life, all the experiences, and what I've learned. And it's interesting because as I go through, it's like I go through a different life lesson each and every day. I think about how is it that I can apply it to my life, or what is God telling me, and how does it make me stronger? How is it allowing me to grow? And so the first question I have for you this morning is, what are you learning through life lessons? What are you learning? What are the things that God is trying to teach you? First, we'll start with expectations. Um, how do we deal with expectations in our lives? We all have expectations for so many different things, for our life, how our life is going to go, how our career is going to go, how things are going to go at church, how work is going to go, how our relationships are going to go. We all have expectations. And so, what are we learning about this? What are we learning from life about the expectations we have? And what else are we learning in our life? What are we learning about the victories that we have in our life? Those highs, those lows. I mean, those victories, those highs. We talked about writing them down the other day. But those success stories, what do we learn from those? For me, I know in victories and success, I learned that these are taking this same path may lead to success again, may lead to another victory. And so I take a mental notes. Sometimes I write it down. Well, now I'm writing it down what the actual victories are. But out of these lessons that I'm learning for life, it's how can I continue in this direction? Also, from defeats, we have failures, we have losses, we have things that we're not successful from. What are we learning from those? For me, I learned from those. What mistakes did I make? How can they make them better? Right now I'm going through doing a theater production, and I am learning things to do differently the next time. Where right now we're working on the set, and I learned next time, here's what I should do for the set. Because there were some things I had to backtrack and redo or fix because I didn't do them right the first time. But we're taking notes so that we can do them better the next time we have to do it. Also, life lessons are telling us how to be resilient, how to bounce back, how to overcome adversities, how to become stronger, faster, smarter. Our lessons that we learn from life, they are molding us. They are helping us ultimately be better, helping us get to a higher place, to a higher level, helping us go from where we are now to where God wants us to be. And we go through these life lessons so that they build us up, they make us stronger. And the next question is this: is how are you applying it? How are you applying your life lessons to your life? Are you simply going through a season in life and saying, "Oh, okay, that was a season," and then just pushing off? No. Or are you using it to grow? Are you using it to digress? Are you using the life lessons that you learned, that God is showing you? Are you using them to encourage other? Because I guarantee that you went through a situation not only for yourself, but for you to share with others. This will be called your testimony. What about, are your life lessons demotivating you? You go through difficult times and it's making you demotivated to do things. So how are you applying your life lessons to your life? How are you applying them to get better? And so, what I encourage you to do is, all the lessons that you learn in life as you go through struggles, your successes, is that you're applying them so that ultimately you are growing. You are getting where God wants you to be. And final question is, what outlet do you use? You have these life lessons. Are you being creative? For example, for me, I'm being creative. I'm writing, drawing, dancing, teaching, coaching. What is it that you're doing as your outlet for these life lessons that you are going through? Because if you think about some things, if you're going through life lessons, so it leads to, now you want to write a book on either just your life story to help others, or you want to write a story that step by step, here's what folks can do in order to overcome whatever obstacles they're going through. Do you like to draw? Is that like relaxation that you have. Self-care is so important. We need to make sure that we talked about self-care before. Make sure that you find some kind of way to rejuvenate from especially at difficult times or long periods of when you work. Because what happens is you're going to get burnt out. I know after our production is over, we're going to take a break for a couple weeks to relax before we start planning the next projects. But what are you doing? Is it simply dancing or listening to music? What outlet do you have? We all need an outlet to decompress, to de-stress. Is de-stress a word? I'm not sure. But we need an outlet to de-stress. We need something that makes us happy. Of course, God makes us happy. However, we want to include some type of outlet, some type of release. Is it listening to music? Is it just simply dancing, praising to God? Nothing better than putting on some good praise music and jumping around, celebrating God. Do you teach? Do you coach? How can you use your life experience in that mixture to help others go through situations? Because ultimately, when we're helping others, we want to help them with a roadmap so that they can avoid the potholes that you had to go through to make their travels a little bit easier and a lot better. And ultimately, I believe that when you help someone avoid the potholes that you've gone through, that they can find greater success than you. And to me, that is always my goal as a mentor, as a coach, is that the people that I'm talking with, that they become better than me. When I was in the military, I always strive to whoever I'm mentoring, I want them to have far greater success than I had, because then I consider that a success by me pouring into them that they can go higher than I have. So we're talking today, once again, we talked about life lessons. And what is it that ultimate goal, ultimate objective here is, what are you learning from your life lessons? The situations that you go through in life, what are you learning, and how can you use it to your life to go where God wants you to go? If you're simply going through life lessons and you're not getting anywhere, then I believe that you will keep going through those same lessons until you learn. And so learn from your life lessons so that you can grow. You can ultimately be where God wants you to be. And I challenge you to, after you go through a season, to make sure that you write it down, take notes, what you learned, how you can grow, what worked, what didn't work, as well as we talked briefly about self-care. Self-care is so vital so that you don't get burnout. Make sure that you spend time with yourself. Make time for yourself. Put it on your schedule. Once again, thank you all for watching, for joining in today. Morning Motivation. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.